You hear the birds chirping. It's 5:51 in the morning.
Valley, not super wet today, and even some sunny breaks developing later in the afternoon, up to 14 degrees. Some fog in the morning on Tuesday, some midday breaks. Afternoon cloud cover redevelops with a high near 14 degrees.
And 601.
Let's head over to the traffic center and say hello to Mr. Ryan Littmark. Hello, Terry. There's an investigation happening in Abbotsford, a crash. Highway 11. Traffic shut down for Highway 11 both ways between McCallum and Bateman. So from South Abbotsford to Bateman Road. Let's check back in with the News 1130 Air Patrol. What's going on else-wise there, Darren Green?
Yeah, still looks great here at the Alex Fraser Bridge, northbound 91, seeing minimal volume so far. 72nd down the hill to the 91, you're looking good. And the same with Nordell. Over to Bassy Tunnel, just waiting on the...
I was never really the kind of person that enjoyed camping. I didn't grow up with a father around. My dad was very much like me. He was a music guy and a musician, and he just was out there doing his thing and always surrounded with women. Boy, that sounded a lot like my DJ career. I guess I took something from him anyway. Well, when I was growing up, I had an uncle that took me duck hunting and got me my junior's hunting license, and we used to go fishing and shoot guns and all those other things, and he was ex-military. We used to go shoot like black powder guns, and when I was a kid, I wanted to be Rambo. Period, end of story. That's just what that's what I was surrounded around, so I thought that was going to be a big piece of my future. And it turns out that as I grew a little bit and the music side of me started to take over, that I was never outdoors for anything. I just wanted to be at home with my headphones on and my turntables in front of me, and at the end of that day, I wanted to pack up all my records, hit the club, and rock the club all night long, make people scream and let loose. That's who I became. I ended up becoming a city boy and a DJ. And now look at me now, 46 years old, and we are out here living our life in the backcountry. I'm still not doing some of the things that my uncle taught me when I was young, which was like how to hunt and how to fish. It's just not a part of my world. But here we are, living life in the backcountry. Life's changed a lot. I'm feeling really thankful. And this morning, I just wanted to say thank you.
You hear that? That's the road on the other side of the lake over there. It is so loud. It's a vehicle driving down the road. It's amazing when you're out somewhere that's silent on how much you can hear things way off in the distance. There's another one. Now I can see the vehicle on this one. They can see their headlights. I enjoy listening to the radio sometimes for multiple things. Lately, I enjoy listening to it when there's new restrictions that come in that affect me. So I listen to the radio during that time to see if it's gotten any worse. But it also reminds me of life before van life. I used to work a day job where I drove a truck, like a chemical, like a Ford, a van like mine, full of chemicals. And I just delivered chemicals all day and tested water. But I used to listen to the radio all the time during that time. So for me, turning on the radio station just really reminds me of where life was and how today it's not important. It's not important for me to know what the traffic is. I don't miss it. I don't miss it one bit. But I do like to reminisce on it. I like to sit there and listen to the radio sometimes in the morning, shaking my head going, I don't got to go to a traditional 9 to 5 today. So just the satisfactions and the little things in life now, I guess. Waking up out here is a beautiful thing, and it's very easy to take these things for granted. I got to be honest, guys, it is very true. Because when you wake up by a lake, just about 4 years later now, you wake up by another lake, it just becomes what you do in the morning. It becomes your new, I hate to say that word, your new normal, you know? I love this. I love it because right across from me over there is a campsite. I don't know if you can see it. There's an actual legitimate campsite over there. And everybody's got their big, huge trailers out there, and they're all camped out for the weekend, getting away from home. And well, here we are, all camped out at home. I love the reminders that this van life gives me sometimes, and it's always the little things lately. When I first started van life, I was excited about everything. I was excited about this. I was like, whoa, feel the texture on this. I was a city boy experiencing a whole lot of things for the very first time. So van life was unbelievably amazing for the first handful of years. But after you're in this lifestyle for a while, the things that excited you before, they're still cool. But they're not as, super exciting. But there's always something exciting in this lifestyle. I find that I'm finding excitement these days in the silliest of things. This is insane. There's no other lifestyle in the world. I don't think, if there is, let me know, maybe boat life, that can provide you this much adventure with the comforts that we all need of home. My van is super equipped, and I don't think this would be as amazing out here and as secure out here if I didn't transform this beast of a home I call my van over these last 3.5 years. I love it that I've customized my home enough that I'm proud of it. I was proud of it when it was empty too, but now it's like I got it all. I've spent my hard-earned money I've made on YouTube over the last few years turning this thing into the ultimate home for me. From my light bar if we cruise down the roads first thing in the morning, to my perimeter lights at night so I can see the outside of the camp, to the better tires, to the amazing interior that Overland Interiors built for us, and all the upgrades and customizations that J5 Vans has done for us. All the work our friends at Ray Outfitted did up on the roof when it came to doing, well, they did so much stuff for me, from my air compressor so I could air down my tires so when the roads get rough, they're smoother. All of these things are what make my van a home. And I am just super thankful for you guys, and thankful for everybody that supports us on Patreon and YouTube memberships, and thankful for everybody who's taken a part of their life and dedicated it to us to turn our home into what it is today. To companies that have supported us along this whole journey, like our friends at Jackery, which is powering the light that's in front of me right now. They've been our biggest sponsors of this channel, and they've helped us through some tough times. And I don't know, everything in this van life is unlike any other lifestyle. Everybody's friendly. Everybody takes care of each other. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is a life choice of mine that took a lot of balls to do. Takes a lot of balls to leave the comforts of an apartment and to leave the job that wasn't doing anything for you inside, but it was just kind of felt like it was destroying me. It was hard to break the chains that were holding me down. Like, no matter what I did, how hard I worked, I never got ahead. And now here we are making a big life choice in a lifestyle where there's so much love, so much care. Everybody always wants to help out sometimes. All my subscribers that I meet that pop by my van always lift my spirits every day. People have asked me along the way, how am I spit it out. How am I always so excited first thing every morning? Well, look where I'm having my morning coffee. Did you see the drone footage? Did you see the drone footage? Unbelievable. But then I get a day like where I woke up the other day on this side of the road, and some guy comes up in the morning, and I just get out of my van. Guy comes up, the guy's like, Chrome. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're an amazing human being. Don't stop being you. Come on, man. I don't even know you. I've never met you before. You're just someone who watches my channel. but yet you come by my home first thing in the morning and say the greatest thing you could ever say to anybody. You could, people say to me when they pop by my van, things that everybody needs to hear every day. Hey man, don't stop being you. I love what you do. Never change. No other life have I ever lived, or other lives, like I have multiple lives here. No other part of my life I've ever lived did I ever get this much love from people. Van life and the community that surrounds it is very uplifting, and I think everybody is going to find their community or their group of friends. Good morning. I think everybody's going to find their circle, you know what I mean, or find their vibe in this lifestyle. And whether it be sitting out here by yourself enjoying the company of an odd person that might stroll by your what do we call this, your home, or you're going to find a crew of people you're going to bump into and hang out with for a few months at a time, like recently, this winter I hung out with Jeffy and Emmy every once in a while. You know, sometimes you'll find little pockets of people like that all over the place where you can stop in and just hang out with the crew from that little area. This lifestyle has a lot to offer people, and I think whether you're going to get into this full time and live in a van like me on an everyday basis, or you're going to do it on big overland adventures and you're out there for a couple of months at a time, trust me, if you're out here overlanding and a bunch of people roll by and they're doing the same thing, you are going to bond and connect like you've never connected with any human being ever. Or you're out here just doing it on the weekends. Either or, there's a sense of bonding out here. I don't know, it's weird. It's a sense of connection that you don't get in a town or a city. Obviously, I'm much like all of you guys. I worked a 9-to-5 for years. Sure, I had my crazy nightclub side of me, but we'll leave the party side out of it. I've been there, I've done that. I know what it's like to be in that rat race and that wheel that just never seems to stop, and it's the same every single day. I know that feeling. And it's crazy once you get out of the city. Like here, we're only 25 kilometers out of town. Come on. Look at the glimmer on the lake this morning as the sun slowly tries to peek through the low-lying fog this morning. It's a family out here. And I don't know if that's the word to use, but people wave at each other when they drive by each other out here. When you pass somebody on these mountain roads, quite often, 90% of the time, someone's going to give you a nod or give you a wave. Why? Because people are friendly out here. People that are out here are a different breed of human being. So my suggestion to some of you guys, if you're getting into this lifestyle or you have a vehicle, go poke your nose down some Forest Service roads. Be careful of the Forest Service roads. If you do happen to see that there's a lot of semi-trucks, just turn around and get out. Because if it's a heavily active logging road, they're ruthless. Just stay off or get yourself a radio so you can call ahead. That's something I've been thinking about doing for me myself. Morning chat with Chrome by the lake. This is it's been a while since I've just talked with you guys. This is really enjoyable, actually, because when you're out here by yourself, just you and the pup, you guys are like having 160,000 people standing here at the lake with me in the morning. I don't feel alone out here, and I think a lot of that is to do with you guys. So thanks for hanging out with me, and yeah, guys, go poke your nose down a dirt road sometimes. It's pretty amazing out here. And don't be worried. I met a couple the other day that have a really beautifully built Winnebago, like a Travato, whatever it's called. Beautiful. Big and beautiful. It's like it's a ProMaster. But they said that they've been trying to do some backcountry driving, but for a lot of people, they don't know that it gets a little bumpy at the beginning. So if you guys are out here traveling somewhere and it gets bumpy at the beginning of the Forest Service road, just know that 5 kilometers past those bumps, things are a lot smoother. roads are always bumpy where the locals go. So you need to get out of the area where the locals turn around, and that's where the roads usually get a lot smoother to drive. It's the potholes on the heavily driven roads when they haven't been graded. That's when they get rough. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey, Greasy. Come on, buddy.
I know you guys see me reminisce a lot. You see me always looking back. You know, you don't want to live in the past because your past doesn't define you. You know, whatever happened, happened. It's over, it's gone. But you got to remember where you came from, because that's what keeps you humble. That's what keeps you grounded in these moments right here. I know you hear me say thank you guys a lot, but I feel like I don't say thank you enough. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Hopefully I give you guys enough content over there that makes it worth you supporting us. I really appreciate you guys. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.